to college first. In that college rules books, they are mentioned we can wear a hijab and there is no restrictions about hijab. Then again, suddenly, why they are telling about we should not wear a hijab? We should not come to college by wearing hijab.
Well, joining us now from New Delhi is Prashant Bhushan. He's a civil rights lawyer and is watching this case closely. Welcome to the program, Prashant. Firstly, as we heard there, students at a government-run school in Karnataka were told last month that they could no longer attend if they wore their hijabs. That edict soon spread across the state to several other institutions. Why is this happening now? The girls we heard in that story had said that they were able to go to school previously wearing a head covering with no problem, but now they're being told not to. So is there any legal basis for what's happening right now?
No, there is no legal basis. There is a political basis for what is happening. What is happening is really the BJP, which is the ruling party at the center and in the state of Karnataka, trying to drive its political agenda, which is to reduce Muslims to second-class citizens in this country, as well as to polarize public opinion between Hindus and Muslims in order to get the Hindu votes in the states which are about to go to elections. So since they are not able to achieve this kind of religious polarization in those states, they are trying to do it in Karnataka. So it's part of their political strategy. It has nothing to do with legal, because legally the Indian Constitution guarantees every citizen the right to practice their religion, and the hijab is a part of the Muslim religion or their dress which they wear, just as Hindus wear different kinds of dresses and different kinds of other Mangal Sutra, etc. So therefore, there is no legal basis, in my opinion, for banning the hijab.
The standoff in Karnataka has fueled fears among India's Muslim community about what they say is increasing persecution of their community under Narendra Modi's Hindu nationalist government. We know that such incidents are occurring more and more these days. It's also occurring against other minorities, such as the Christian community in India. Is what's happening in Karnataka just another example of that?
Yes, it is another example of that, and it is happening just before the 5 states go in for state elections in India. It's clearly part of a political plan, and it's a very consistent plan to continually assault the rights of the minorities, especially Muslims, as well as Christians, and try and reduce them to second-class citizens. It's the stated agenda of the BJP to convert India into a Hindu Rashtra. Their leaders say so openly, and they use they make every attempt to polarize the communities on religious lines ahead of every election, and this is part of that strategy.
And we know that the Hindu nationalist BJP is currently in charge of Karnataka state. We also heard in that story that this case around the hijab ban is now being heard by the High Court in that state. What do you expect to happen as a result?
Well, I hope and I expect that the High Court will hold that you cannot, certainly the government has no business to ban the hijab, wearing of the hijab in schools. That would be against the freedom of religion, and it will be discriminatory to a particular religious community. So I hope and I expect that the High Court will uphold the Constitution and declare this kind of restriction or ban on the hijabs to be unconstitutional.
Okay, Prashant Bhushan, we will have to leave it there, but thank you so much again for joining us on the News Hour.